Shout out to all my gods and goddesses checking out this video. I am C, the spiritual goddess, here with another video. Yes, guys and goddesses, in today's video, we will be talking about Will and Jada. This is kind of like a part 2. Make sure you guys book your readings if you haven't already. Now's the time to prepare for 2024. I don't know about you, but that's the vibe I'm on right now. Yeah, guys and goddesses. And before we get into this video, guys and goddesses, don't forget to make sure you guys join my membership if you haven't. For those of you that can't, join my Patreon, join my membership. Even if you aren't interested in extra video content, you just want to support small creator, I have a 99-cent membership also. So, you know, if you just want to support my membership. All right, guys and guys, let's get into this. Enough talking. So, you know, Jada has been getting drugged through the mud, guys and goddesses. You know what I feel like this Will and Jada thing is, honestly? Watching people, like, tell Jada to shut up, and people, like, I feel like ever since that August Alsina debacle, I feel like the energy I'm getting with the people, it's like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. If I have to be honest with you, not for me, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I've been saying this, if you've been on my, whether you've known me personally in my life on my Facebook, or you watch my other Will and Jada video, I told you guys I read the book. I've been following Will Smith since I can remember, since I was a kid, okay? All magazines, Will Smith, like, you know, I grew up like knowing who Will Smith is. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, it's not really a shocker. I mean, this is one of the things where they kind of told us what it was. I mean, well, I don't want to say that because they played, but we're going to talk about it. But for everyone else, I'm getting the energy. It's like people finding out Santa Claus isn't real. Now they don't want to hear, like, you know what I'm saying, how they actually get their Christmas toys and different things like that, because it's not as fun. And, you know, when you think about it, you got to blame the parent, right? Because they made you think Santa Claus is real. They put on. That's Will and Jada. That's the energy of this. So, yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. Now, is this giving money grab? Kind of. What I think it is with Will and Jada, that the reason why people are, for those of you who asked that question, why are people hating on Jada so much, or why is this and that? I think it's two things. One, I feel like they did put on. They put on when it came to their relationship, right? They definitely did that. You know, they kept up this facade for so many years because, let's be clear, here's a harsh reality. I'm not saying they didn't have things going on in their life, but it was more profitable to sell black love to us. I mean, let's be real. Yes, they didn't have to really do all of this, but the facade cracked when August Alsina spilled the beans to the public. Now, let's be clear. There's been talks about Will and Jada, their relationship, for a while. Some people think, I don't know why people are surprised about the glass not being clean. I mean, their kids did file emancipation, but that's another thing. We're going to talk about that later on. And Will told us all of this. Will, with the exception of Tupac, Will told us really the same things that you're hearing. Really, August told us, and then Will told us. And I feel like this is, if I have to be honest with you guys, when I was meditating on the energy, it's kind of giving me a pair that's trying to, one, repair the damage to the facade, because I honestly feel if August never said anything, and if that red table talk if it did go the way they thought it would go, we wouldn't be hearing this book. Like, we wouldn't be hearing about them talking yet. You get what I'm saying? So, let's get into this. So, I do feel like this is, one, a cleanup job. The second thing, when I was pulling on the energy, they're trying to make some more money. They feel like they're going to make some more money. I know a lot of you didn't read the Will Smith book because it's apparent the way y'all reacting. For those of you out there who thinks Will Smith is this husband who just got done wrong and got cheated on. He doesn't even like when you guys do that. If you don't believe me, listen to his audiobook. Will Smith does not like you guys making him out to be the victim, bro. Okay? Not blaming us for it, because Will does have issues. You get what I'm saying? And he said this himself. He has to get like an empathy coach type thing when he went through his spiritual awakening. But Will Smith does have issues when it comes to the ego. And the fact that, you know, I know a lot of you think you're doing a big one for your boy Will. Like, oh, you know, he's the sad man. He needs to do this. I'm not saying we're the reason why he slapped Chris Rock. But what I'm saying is, like, that's the extra fuel. You get what I'm saying? Because he made it clear in his book, and he's made it clear in other interviews. He's no victim at all. So for those of you that's thinking like Jada's doing a hit piece on him, no. I think that honestly, and this card just came up. I think that because of the facade being broken with everything, this is her way of, I'm getting like, in a sense, forgiveness. This might sound weird, but you guys know everything happened with Will. Everything went public with them. After the Oscar slap, it got intense, right? Will wrote his book, and I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to understand the missing piece, for those of you that's out there that's like, why is Jada, why? If you want to understand the missing piece, go, if you care, go, because obviously some people care, go listen to Will Smith's book. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm picking up is, and this is not trying to throw anyone a bone, this is them like in some weird way, and it's kind of fucked up, because we don't need to know this. This is like them, like the final piece to them forgiving each other. Because there's a lot of things that happen in between this relationship. Yeah. Now, I did call this a divorce rollout. I feel like we're going to get into them. Yeah, but I'm getting that this is them doing this for themselves. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay. All right, let's get into Jada. Feels like she's not liking the reception, but let's get into it. How is she feeling about the reception of everything that she's coming out with? How does she feel about that? How does she feel about that? How does she feel about the reception? How does she feel about the reception? We got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I will say this. She is kind of like, I don't think she thought this was going to happen. She wasn't expecting all of this. How is she feeling about the reception? You know, if I have to be real, she wasn't expecting all of this. I feel like a part of her feels trapped, like her back is against the wall. You know, I feel like they didn't really learn from the past. Will and Jada, like, I get that y'all thought, and don't get me wrong, Will's book is actually good. I get that y'all thought that this will clean up everything, and this would change the public's perception on you. No. If anything, I feel like for Jada, it kind of made it worse. Now, she's going to keep pushing ahead, though. She's going to keep pushing ahead. And I do feel like there is going to be some people that, you know what I mean, does support her. And they will look at her in a new light and different things like that. But for the most part, though, I'm getting a sense, though, this went the opposite way, and she's feeling kind of overwhelmed with all the feedback that she's getting. Yeah. Let's see. Well, honey, y'all should have learned from Red Table Talk. I definitely think this is a sentiment of, and this is the one thing I say, this can be on the large scale or this can be on a smaller scale, guys and goddesses. When we talk about relationship dynamics and stuff, you have to remember why you're in a relationship. For those of you that, it's not for me, but for those of you that live your relationship in the public, you know what I'm saying? More power to you. But if you're not centered and you're not grounded as a couple, you get what I'm saying? And you're trying to put on, for those of you that stay in a relationship that try to put on, the cracks always come to the surface. And here's the thing, what I feel like with Will and Jada, I feel like that's definitely what it is. Okay, how is this affecting her book sales, though? Let's see. How is her book doing? What's the overall energy? How is this affecting her book sales? Let's see. Okay. I feel like you may hear something about this book being on the New York best seller or something like that. What's the book thing? Look, I want to be on there one day. I don't even know the name of it. But yeah, I can see it really being like a bestseller. Yeah. So that's a good thing. Most definitely. I mean, congratulations, I guess. She is getting book orders. People are watching. People say they don't care, but people do. Look, people do care, because when you look at the amount of views or the engagement on posts, Kevin on Stage did a good video about it. People are watching. It's trending for a reason. I think when people say they don't care, I think it's not that they don't really care. It's more so you don't want to hear the truth about Santa Claus. Going back to that. It's like, that's the thing. Because if we have to be real, let's talk. Especially and with people of color in the Black community, we don't have a lot of like world leaders and different things that's on display like back in the day. Like, back in the day, Langston Hughes was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? You see the type of thought-provoking things he was writing. There wasn't the shade room, but if it was back then, they'll probably have like Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? Coretta Scott, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain people, like, you get what I'm saying? But I'm joking, but seriously, like, those were like our leaders. We lost a lot of that. That's why we turned to celebrity culture so much. So a lot of us, think about J. Cole's song. He said he want that Will and Jada love. Will and Jada been in everything. They've been like the go-to up there with Michelle and Barack. Now, do y'all want to see on that? Let me know if y'all want me to do a reading. Leave me some questions, Patreon. We can talk. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for a lot of us, it's just like the facade is being broken. It's like our childhood. You get what I'm saying? We grew up with Will and Jada. You get what I mean? But let's be real. A lot of these celebrity couples, guys and goddesses, it's nothing to look up to. You shouldn't look up to no one's relationship. First off, you should form your own relationship, because your own relationship is your own relationship. With me and my husband, our relationship after, nobody. We do our own thing. We built our own relationship. You get what I'm saying? And that's the healthiest you can have it, because these people, you don't know them, and everybody is different. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a secret. A lot of these Hollywood relationships that we look up to, a lot of them, they're miserable. Ding, ding, ding. Did you know that? But I feel like that's really what's going on when it comes to, for those of you that's asking, why is Will and Jada getting all, or I'm sorry, why is Jada getting all this hate? No, it's not a Black woman thing. I've seen some people saying that. Like, people have the right to call Jada out. People have the right to call Jada out when it comes to the Tupac thing too. I see some people like, oh, why is a because they're influencer. Why is a white woman trying to discredit? But no, this is not what it is. We're not going to do that. Okay? People can call people out for being wrong. We are not above approach because we are black women. Okay? What about the black women who Tupac was with, who actually was in a relationship with him, who actually was married? One was married during the time Jada quote unquote claimed, which wasn't true. And then the woman he was with, doesn't matter if a lot of y'all being biased because y'all like Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? Let's call a thing too. A lot of y'all like, and y'all want to believe her story. No, there was, Generation X, they was around. Just like when Gen Z tries to tell us that, try to tell that female rap story was all unified, and the millennials have to come in and say, the older millennials especially, have to come in and say, no, it wasn't. Y'all remember Kim and Fox? It's the same thing. So, no, this is not that. This is not a movement. Black women do lie. Hi, Carly Wilson. Hi, Meg. Okay, let's get into this. All right, guys. So let's get into how Will feels. Let's get into how does Will feel about all the backlash that Jada is getting. Does he feel? How does Will Smith feel about all the backlash that Jada is getting? How does he feel about all the... Honestly, he feels like she's getting unfair treatment. I'm going to be real with you. I got the Star card, the Justice in reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the Chariot in reverse. A part of him wants to kind of come out and protect him. Now, I do feel like this. Will is in a better place. I am seeing this. Like, a part of him feels like this is constructive criticism. So for those of you, y'all, I call it the bandit warriors for Will that think y'all like going hard on Jada to help him. He actually doesn't like that. I'm getting a sense. He feels like she's getting treated unfairly. He does feel like that. And the reason why he may feel like that is because, guys and goddesses, first off, August Alsina, told y'all what it was. Justice for August Alsina, because he got blackballed. Y'all clowned him and everything for him like he was the side dude, which he wasn't. Just putting that out there. For nothing, because I remember how people was. And then secondly, Will told us in the book, like he told, and then he said it in interviews. He went on the same like spree that y'all see him going. Like y'all see how Jada sitting down with everybody. Will was sitting down with everybody too. It's just different. I think the blogs are covering it differently. I do feel like that. It seems like I get what Kev is saying. Like, it kind of seems like the blogs may have gotten like an early copy or were sent an early copy, or these places. So it does seem like that. Of course they have to do that for interviews and different things like that. But yeah. Now, what I will say is this. Will and Jada, this is on y'all why y'all are getting dragged up, because y'all kept up this facade and y'all really didn't have to. Like, I do agree with the sentiments that no one asked. I go back to the beginning. When August Alsina said whatever he said, y'all should have just not said nothing. Or just came out with a picture or something of y'all being together or something. And not did that red table talk. That's where it fell all downhill, because y'all trying to keep up a facade, but I am getting from a spiritual point, your spirit guides are having this happen for a reason. Let's get into the reason. Why are the spirit guides giving them backlash like this? Like, why is this happening right now in this moment? Why is this happening? Why is this happening in this moment? Why is this happening from a spiritual aspect? Why is this happening from a spiritual aspect? Y'all keep making the same mistakes. Y'all not looking at the bigger picture. And I feel like this kind of goes into the issues with your relationship in the first place. I'm getting a sense for y'all, like, what are y'all doing this for? I'm getting this is for superficial reasons, and this is why you're gonna keep getting backlash until y'all truly get from that surface level and get down deeper into the core and not really worry about the people in the public getting public approval. I feel like your family, I'm just gonna be real, like, things are always going to be out of place. I'm gonna be real with you. Their spirit guides are saying it's because you also too, y'all are too caught up in, like, y'all not learning the lesson. Y'all so caught up in trying to prove a point to the public, trying to save your own image, trying to do this and not really doing the deeper work. I'm getting two people that, and I'm just going to be real, I'm going to call it like I see it. This is non-judgmental or anything. I'm just going to tell you what spirit is showing me here. I'm getting two people that, yes, they do spiritual work, but they don't go deeper. They only do it on a surface level, if I have to be honest with you. You know, their spirit guides are saying they keep bumping their heads because they're not seeing the lessons of what they're trying to show them. The lesson that they're trying to show them is you can't control the narrative about yourself. You can't control the narrative. You may try, no matter how you may try, no matter what you may do, you can't control the narrative. And I'm going to tell you how I know that I can tell that both of them are not sure in themselves. Because if this was just about them putting out their stories just as a helping and learning lesson, I'm going to be real. That hate that Jada getting on the blogs, she wouldn't be. And yes, it is affecting her. It's affecting her because if you look at like some videos she posted and telling, like, clapping back, you know, in her own way, because, you know, she claps back in her own way. But, like, she is getting to her the same way it got to Will the night of the Oscars. Like, if you are truly sure in who you are and in yourself and what you have, and it's not about trying to, and I get it, it's Hollywood, but it's not about trying to show people a certain thing, putting up a facade, and also lying to yourself about your family, because I am getting the unhappy family card. I'm going to be real with you. I got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Like, you're only going to crack the ceilings on the foundation, or crack the ceiling a lot worse. It's not going to, they're going to keep getting dragged until they actually go away and do some inner work on themselves. Yeah. And this can be for anybody. It doesn't matter how it looks on the outside. You could try, even if you're getting away with the false image, you can go ahead and do that. But on the inside, like, you know what it is. And eventually there will be cracks. You get what I'm saying? That's why I never try to put on. I don't put on to nobody. Let me tell you, I have good days. I have bad days. Earlier today, I had an anxiety attack. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I got through it and I dealt with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spirituality is not all good. There is some dark parts too, but you have to be willing to face that and not just do the work on the surface level. Surface level. You get what I'm saying? Their spirit guides is also saying they really want them to divorce. Now, Jada is saying her and Will. Now, she said, you know, she wanted to correct y'all because, you know, she said her and Will, even though she came out and said that they were separated they've been separated since 2016, she's now coming back in a way seemingly and say, we're working on our relationship. We were separated, but we're working on our relationship. Like, she kind of had an attitude. So, and she said it's in the book. Maybe it is, child. Let's see. What is the status of their relationship? Are they working on their relationship? What's the status of their relationship? Now, you know, I told you on my community wall, I think this is just a divorce rollout. But, you know, I could be wrong. That's just me thinking. Let's see what Spirit has to say, okay? Or, if not a divorce rollout, one of them wants to pop out with a particular somebody. Okay, let's see. All right. Are they truly together? Are they truly together, Spirit? What is the current state of their relationship? What is the current state of their relationship? Show me the current state of how they feel about each other. I don't know. This is giving me like one of those bad country songs. Like, you know, one of them old songs, like those old country songs back in the day that used to be toxic, like, but we gonna still stay together. It's like one of those. They be saying, yeah. Yeah. They not, no. No. They're going to come out and show themselves together. We're going to see a photo op, or Will is going to say something about him loving Jada's book or something of that nature. It's something of that nature. He's going to profess his quote unquote love in his own way, right? Because, you know, they're going to try. It's not going to work, people. People ain't going to believe it. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. People ain't going to believe it. Y'all might as well just throw it in the trash can. With that, as far as trying to prove to people. But yeah, you know, I do believe them when they say they're in agreement. They gonna grow old together. They're not going to be together though. They're not together though. I mean, they're together on paper, but I don't feel like this is a couple that's lovingly like back together. I feel like they have a partnership and understanding. And hey, you know, look, let's be real. People do this all the time in the hood. If you grew up in the hood, look, this is called a hood divorce, guys and goddesses. For those of you that's like, oh my God, ding, ding, ding. Look, hood divorce. How many times we see this? Sometimes marriage just change. You get what I'm saying? Some people, especially couples who get older, look, you know, I'm only 8 years locked in. You get what I'm saying? Well, going on 8 years locked in. You get what I mean? Like, ask couples who be together like 40, 50 years. You'll be surprised. It'd be cute to see couples that's still in love. And there is a lot of couples that's still in love at that age. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's also couples who like, hey, look, I known some growing up from where, you know, I didn't grow up in like the hood. Like, my neighborhood was kind of like, you know, I grew up kind of like, I wasn't suburban, but I grew up in a nice middle class home. But I've been like, but I've been around like, you know, people from the hood. Like, we all have family members who they just ain't gonna get a divorce. They ain't about to go down there and pay all that money and separate everything. Or people, you know, and they just gonna, you know what I'm saying, live their life, child. Like, you know what I mean? This is all this is. You know, this is nothing new. So, yeah, that's what it's given. I mean, will they get a divorce? Now, their ancestors are saying they do need to get one. I mean, I'm getting that. But let's see. What's going to be the outcome of this relationship? It's going to be the outcome. Don't forget to leave me some thumbs up. What's going to be the outcome of this relationship? You know, I feel like they might. Outcome of this relationship. What's going to be the outcome of this relationship? They're going to stay partner. They're going to stay partner because it's just easier for the coin. I'm going to be real with you. They're going to stay together, guys and guyses. It's just easier on the coin. I can see them really going the distance. You know what I mean? I can see that because it's just about that. Now, will they ever get on? Let's see. Will they ever get in a loving space? Like an in love space again? No, I don't think that. But they got a partnership. They got to understand it. You know, we may not understand it, but they got to understand it. That's just what I'm getting. So that's what I got for you guys and goddesses. I hope you like this reading / commentary. I have fun doing this. Let me know what else you want me to do a reading on. I'm so curious to hear from you. And until then, oh my gods and goddesses, see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah.